Are you a parent or teacher working with kids with IEPs? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you insider tips and secrets when it comes to least restrictive environment under IDEA law. After watching this video, you're going to know what is LRE as well as what does it really look like so you can help your child or student get the best IEP for their needs. Hey, what's up? I'm April Rarig, your special education advocate to make IEPs and 504 plans so much easier. If you're new here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and make sure to follow us on Instagram at RiseEdAdvocacy. Here's what you need to know. If you've ever sat in an IEP meeting, then you've definitely heard the acronym LRE when it comes to really big decisions about where your child is going to receive those special education services, also known as placement. The problem is placement is determined by LRE, but we don't know what LRE is. So, pro tip. If you've ever been in an IEP meeting and they're talking about for your child or student moving them to special day class, resource program, or any other setting that's outside general education, then they're talking about least restrictive environment. And that's exactly why I'm so glad you're watching this video right now. So make sure to stick around because we're going to dive deep into the 4 factors your team needs to consider before changing placement for your child or student. Before we talk about the 4 factors of determining LRE, we first need to talk about what is least restrictive environment. In a nutshell, LRE isn't a place. It's a process that your IEP team needs to go through before removing your child or student from their general education class. Pro tip. When your team is talking about where the services are going to be delivered, they're always required to start in the same place. Your neighborhood school, where your child or student is going to be fully integrated to the maximum extent possible based on their unique learning needs with their non-disabled peers. Parents, do you have an IEP meeting coming up for your child? Do not walk into that door empty-handed. I have a free guide called the Meeting Day Checklist. Make sure to check in the links below to get the guide. So what's inside the guide? It's going to spell out exactly what you want to bring into the meeting because, pro tip, when you walk in the door at an IEP meeting, everybody else is going to be having a lot of paperwork, and you need to make sure to bring everything that you need so you can walk in there and feel like a pro. And here we are. Here are the 4 factors, also known as questions, that your team needs to go through. Remember, it's a process before determining that they can remove your child or student from general education. Ready? And here's the question. 1. Can supplementary aids and services and specially designed instruction be implemented first? What does this look like? On your IEP, it looks like accommodations, modifications, and changing the instructional methodology in order for your child or student to achieve the goal. Speaking of accommodations and modifications, there's so much drama when it comes to IEP meetings. Make sure to check out our guide, Accommodations versus Modifications, so that you can rock your next meeting. Number 2, what are the academic benefits? What am I talking about? I'm talking about inclusion. What is the upside of your child staying with their non-disabled peers or being pulled out and put into special education? Number 3, what are the non-academic benefits? So what am I talking about? I'm talking about presuming competence. Pro tip. If your child is in general education and they're getting accommodations, that means they should be able to stay in general education. If they don't have modifications or a modified curriculum, then why would they need to be pulled out of class? So the next time you look at your child's or student's IEP, look and see those accommodations and modifications in that determination when your team is going through those 4 factors when it comes to LRE. Number 4, what's the impact on typical peers? What does this mean? It means what's going to be the impact of your child or student in that general education class. So what does this all mean for LRE? This means after the team has gone through the entire process and answered those 4 questions to consider about LRE, and they come back to you and say, you know what? This child needs to be moved to a more restrictive environment. That means they need to determine how and when they're going to be integrated to the maximum extent possible with their non-disabled peers based on their unique learning needs. This means that it needs to be spelled out on the IEP. Pro tip. Where would you see this on the IEP? You would see it on the services page or what's called the offer of FAPE, or sometimes inside the team meeting notes. So now you know about what is LRE, as well as the 4 factors that your IEP team needs to consider before removing your child or student from their general education class. So I have a resource that walks you through IEP meetings so you understand what to ask for and how to get it, whether you're a parent or a teacher. Make sure to check out our do-it-yourself IEP meetings workshop that has fillable guides, that has videos, that basically explains and lays out the process so you can make your next meeting so much better. Do you have a question? Put it in the comments below. Want to check out our links or other videos? Check those out too. Need another video or want me to talk about something else? Yep, I'll do that too. I'm here to make your education plans better. I can't wait to see you for our next video.